Hello and thanks for joining for another video beer review then. Been a while since I've actually done some of these, so over the last sort of 3 or 4 months I've been drinking generally off camera, but a lot of like West Coast IPAs, West Coast Pales, that kind of thing. So I've had quite a lot of the new releases over the last few months, and I looked back and I thought, oh, it's been nice to have reviewed a few of them. So I'm probably going to review a lot more West Coast type style beers, with a few hazies here and there, select ones that I know are going to be good. But the thing with hazies, there's so many now, and a lot of them are very good, don't get me wrong, but they taste the same. My palate is like just a bit bored of it. But I have been really enjoying my West Coast a lot. There's quite a bit of variation, within that sort of style. So anyway, this one's from Burnt Mill. They're out of just outside Ipswich, in Suffolk, and it's called their Little Green. It's got quite I do like the photograph wrapping on that. That's pretty cool. I do like that sort of thing, and Burnt Mill are very kind of keen for their sort of outside photography, landscape photography and stuff like that, so on their can. So 4.2% is this one. A double dry hop pale ale with a full and rich malt bill for plenty of body. Dextrin, Munich and caramel's layer up to form the base for a dank, piney and tropical fruit characteristics to shine through. Citra and Columbus make up the whirlpool hops, with Citra, Mosaic and Columbus and Chinook making up the dry hop for the classic Moorish West Coast pale. 440ml can then. This was canned. It was canned in September, but again, I've not got an issue with that. They've given this beer a whole year's shelf life, which is quite generous. But 17th of September of 2024 is the best buy. So we're sat here. What we're now the 12th of May of 2024. Let's crack this open then. See what it's all about. I purchased this at, it's a bit lively, okay, it wasn't me that time. When did I purchase this? Oh god, it was only yesterday. Look at that, it's really lively. The bottleneck in Broadstairs, there we go. That's lively, that's not me pouring it, that's like that, that's quite lively. Maybe a storage issue, I don't know if this has been on the shelf. It was in the fridge when I bought it yesterday, so it's going down pretty quickly though. I'm getting aromas of pine from here, which is always a good sign. So yeah, it's just very lively. Let that calm down a bit. See if there's anything else on the can. Brewed and canned by Burnt Mill Brewery, Bradley, which is definitely in Suffolk. The photography is by Mark Newington. That's pretty much it. Ingredients: water, barley, hops and yeast. And then the hops as already mentioned, so I fancied I haven't had a proper West Coast at home for a while. I had a few yesterday. Hit and miss kind of thing. Anyway, that head's gone down to just over a 1 finger, but quite frothy. Won't take long. Leaving a bit of lace in there as it drops. Aroma then. Quite muted actually. Perhaps it's just out of the fridge. I was definitely getting pine when I first opened it, which is kind of there. Grapefruit. Some light citrus notes, a little bit perfumey, but quite subdued. Colour wise, yeah, it's not one of them absolutely clear West Coast types. I don't know if that's more of a chill haze probably, but anyhow, let's give it a swirl, a sniff again. Yeah, give it a try, see what it's all about. So cheers. Yeah, nice pine edge. Yeah, pine needles, slightly resiny. Oh yeah, the pine actually builds up quite nicely. Earthy pine, a bit of a bite there. It doesn't actually say what IBUs this is on Untapped or on the can anywhere, so I'm sure that there is. If you look around online, if you wanted to find that out, you probably could, maybe their website. Again, as this was canned in September, it's probably not available, to be honest with you, on their website for sure. They do bring out quite a lot of beers. They actually bring out quite a lot of West Coast IPAs, that kind of thing, and I'm going to try and get hold of more of their beers, because I've not really had a bad beer from them. But again, there's not many breweries that do a reasonable amount of West Coast Pale stroke IPAs these days, so and this is definitely one of them, so expect to see a few more beers from this brewery on the channel. And back to the beer. That bitterness does hit you straight away rather than towards the back end, which is quite nice. It's a nice change up from what I generally get with these kind of beers. Again, pine, grapefruit there. Underline that as a nice kind of belly of citrus coming through. Kind of a nice orange jelly kind of residualness on the palate along with that pine. A little bit of that kind of slightly tingling bitterness as well on the pine. You know, it is only a pale ale at the end of the day as well, so it's not going to be one of them absolutely smacking rasping beers that you get in an IPA. Saying that, you don't really get that massively with modern West Coast IPAs, really. I'm thinking more in terms of more the old school West Coast beers, but it's certainly it's got enough there to keep me interested. I do like that pine element to it. I do miss that in beers in general these days. Although I've been, as I say, I've been enjoying quite a fair few West Coast. I don't know how many I've had, maybe 40 or 50 this year, and I've been really enjoying them. So, but again, different levels. It's quite interesting how, you know, there is quite a difference between each one these days. So, but always in a positive way. So wrapping up this review, it's a nice easy drinking one. I could drink a few of these, no problem at all. It's at an ABV where, yeah, you could have a few, 4.2%. If I was having a guess at the IBUs, I'd probably put this in around about the 50 mark. It's not one of them absolute 60, 70, 80 old school kind of deals, but at the end of the day, it's great to see West Coast style is generally still around, more so in the recent few years than it has been for probably quite, maybe 10 years. So, but yeah, so really enjoying this one. I'm going to sup on this soft camera. Yeah, from Burnt Mill Brewery, their Little Green Citra Mosaic West Coast Pale Ale. Sorry about the light, it's one of them bright afternoons on a Sunday, so, but yeah, you get the deal. Lovely little can there. Go and check them out. Burnt Mill. Thank you for watching then. Let me know if you've had this one before, or if there's any other kind of West Coast beers you'd recommend me going out and trying. May have had a few already, but yeah, if you've got any suggestions, hit me up. Anyway, cheers for watching. See you on the next review.